Money in the Bank Qualifiers, Intercontinental Championships, and the in-ring return of Lacey Evans. We've got an action-packed SmackDown tonight. Let's review the show. I think probably the best thing about the show for me is still no Charlotte Flair. Seeing, or should I say not seeing, Charlotte Flair on SmackDown is a blessing in disguise. I mean, Becky Lynch calls herself the man. Maybe Charlotte could call herself the trans man because she's had that much surgery to her face. She's beginning to look like a tranny. But anyway, she's not here tonight. This is a SmackDown preview. We ain't here to bury Charlotte Flair, even though I just kind of did. But let's talk about tonight. There's 3 matches so far announced for the show. We'll kick off with the Intercontinental Championship match between Gunther, Walter, call him what you want, the guy that they called up from NXT, the guy that is unbeaten since being called up to SmackDown. He's taking on the Intercontinental Champion, Ricochet. Ricochet, I don't know why he's holding the belt. I think Gunther's going to win this. Ricochet is just not champion material. This is a guy that, when I think of 205 Live, the Cruiserweight title, the purple belt, it was designed for someone like Ricochet. Someone that is a high flyer, can do all these bumps, can do all these spots, all these big risks and all that stuff. But in terms of a superstar, he's not it. In terms of, being an attraction, being a draw, he doesn't have it. His mic skills are fucking horrendous. Arguably the worst person that I've heard on the mic. And he's just a guy that essentially can do flips. Is that good enough to be IC champion? I don't think so. You look at some of the greats to hold their Intercontinental Championship belt. Razor Ramon, that's the biggest belt he held. Does Ricochet also deserve to hold that? Nope, he doesn't. And this isn't me just burying Ricochet. I could say it about a lot of the roster. Ricochet is not champion material. Never mind IC champion material. I hope Gunther wins tonight. I genuinely believe that Gunther, being the Intercontinental Champion... Now, I know it's hard to say this in wrestling, because wrestling is kind of dead these days, but I believe a long Gunther Intercontinental Championship run could bring a bit of prestige back to this belt. And there must be, a shitload of mid-card baby faces for him to face it off against. But then again, I did read an article saying that Ricochet is like the number 2 babyface on SmackDown, so maybe not. I think Gunther's going to win this one. Could be Ricochet, but who knows? I would go with Gunther. Got a men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. It's Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Unless they've got some big singles match planned for Drew McIntyre, which I don't think they do. I'm going to go with Drew to win this one. I feel like we've seen Drew versus Sheamus quite a lot. You think about it, they are two of the bigger fucking... No, I don't mean bigger in terms of physicality. Bigger in terms of star power on SmackDown. You would have thought maybe you want both of them in the Money in the Bank match, but only one of them can go. I personally think Drew McIntyre will get the win. And in the women's Money in the Bank qualifying match with Lacey Evans taking on Shia Lee, the protector of evil. She's supposed to protect everyone. Can't even protect herself. Can't even get on the fucking show. Ever since she debuted it, we've seen her like twice. What's she been doing? Protecting the fucking food and catering for Nia Jax. Nia Jax going to come in and fucking eat all the hot wings, so Shia Lee is backstage, fending her off, so she can't eat all the food. Like, what the fuck is Shia Lee doing? I don't get it. Lacey Evans will win tonight. It's her in-ring debut. It wouldn't make any sense for her to lose. But yeah, this whole Shia Lee call-up has been a disaster. I think they'd be better off just moving her back to NXT or wherever she came from. Or try moving her brands. Take her off TV. I say take her off TV. She's not been on TV, so... But you know what I mean? They could just move her because... Our SmackDown run's been tainted. So that's the matches. I'm going with Gunther to beat Ricochet, McIntyre to beat Sheamus, and Lacey Evans to beat Shia Lee. Max Dupree has promised to reveal his first client in the Triple M Maximum Male Models stable. Who's it going to be? Got to stay tuned. I wonder if it'll be someone currently on the SmackDown roster, or could they be debuting a new superstar tonight? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, this SmackDown looks half decent. SmackDown's been pretty poor for the last, a couple of months, but this one looks alright, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it might be decent. I've gave you my predictions. Let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll catch you for the review. But until then, peace.